Oh, there we are. Cards can happen. Right. We are gonna go do some drafting. Have to buy some tickets. Achievement chasing. I would usually reflexively leap for US in draft because they do tend to have good value cards. So that's why we're going to start. Right. Draft and card assessment, whole thing, just in case I actually use the video for anything being recorded on a random Saturday evening in which I'm chasing achievements. Play like 500 draft games and complete a 7-win draft without actually picking up a loss. So that's going to take forever because I'm terrible at drafting. This is not a fantastic set of picks. The deuce would be great if we had any consistent assumption that we'd get covert. Unity of strength wouldn't be terrible if we could only take one of them, but we are in fact going to have to take two, which we don't want to do. We're going to take the Mustang just because it's a good body, and we're going to hope for better things. This one is a little easier. The 121st is, while Duress looks tempting, I think the 121st is just better value. This is another terrible set of draft options. Karan Ram, how doing? It has been a while. I hope you're well. I am intermittent with my streaming due to life, health, and the universe of late. This is terrible. I mean, we could just take Patriotic Zeal and hope we get to play it late in the game, but I think really second Michigan might be okay if we can find some ramp. Japan, Finland, or Poland? I mean, Finland's always good, but at the moment Japan has some really good value picks. Ooh, chess. Excellent choice for young people. Chess is a great game to learn. Please, God, tell me the funny thing is I don't turn up on any of them. I hope not. Oh, okay. Yeah, that will happen. Chess is an incredibly interesting game. I played a lot of chess when I was younger. Oh, well done! Yeah, that will also happen while you're getting back into the habit of it. I can see that would happen. I think we just take the safe bet and go with Finland. And then, of course, we get some terrible, terrible things. We're not going to run Navy. We have to take frozen assets. This is not going to be a good draft run. We are trying. I am achievement hunting. Hey, cool. Good video, by the way. I watched that earlier. It's nice to see you got some footage together. I'm down to it. This is my last draft ticket. I'm going to actually have to buy some because I'm goblining in an attempt to get achievement at the moment. And then I need to go and track down the other achievements I don't currently have. I mean, this is just Sturmy. It's not a difficult choice. This is a harder choice because I actually think air cover is low-key quite busted in draft. I don't love any of these, but we've not got any good draw, so take it. 164. Nice. I think we're just going to take 364th for consistency. Do I want to... Am I taking Dark Deeds just for draw? I think I probably am, because Banshee's terrible. Yeah. Wow, this is a terrible draft. 30 seconds, even though it's not great. Scout car. Sturmey's just too good not to take. I'm very tempted by the two Mitchell. I'm extremely tempted by the two Mitchell because we already have a Mustang and Strike from the very situational. Mitchell's just a good card later in the game. Yeah. I mean, it's the Sherman, really. It's one of a not great. Fortunes isn't going to do anything useful, and I don't love countermeasures, so it's just the Sherman. Ooh, Lotter's not bad. Lotter's not bad at all. Is Spitfire worth no, because it's for a random air unit, which, I mean, 7 credits. No, Lotter's good. These are a little bit harder because there are arguments to be made for all 3 of these cards. 5th Infantry is really good value if you can get it in front line. M1AA gun can be surprisingly good if someone decides to go buff heavy. And it does have Blitz, which means it can also win you the game on 4 credits if your opponent's down to 1 HQ. I think I'm probably taking 5th. Studsgruppen is solid. Yeah, it's 5th or Struds, and it's really hard because they're both good. The salvage, though, is salvage worth it. Let's go with the salvage. Ugh. I mean, I think we're probably just taking war bonds. Not great, but some ramp and draw. Do we want a second Lotter? I mean, do we want a second Lotter, or do we want to just take cheeky friendly fire? This one's harder. Scrap metal's not worth it. We don't have nearly enough. I wish this was working, by the way. This is bugged. Is unhelpful. So I'm doing this in my head. If anyone's wondering why I keep scrolling. I think so. I think my instinct, because we've already got a copy of Lotter, there's also a decent chance we'll see another one. I think Friendly Fire's the stronger shout. Genuinely, as much as I hate the card, I'm probably going to take Molotov here because it's 2 points of damage out of hand and a discard. It's not terrible. Direct hits 2 situational. Oh dear. I mean, fine. Take the cheap buff. Talk about it less. Speaking of, oh dear. So this is where you do get to a really difficult point in draft, because arguably the best of the 3 cards might be Breaking Point in the hope that you can suppress and then destroy something, but you don't want 3 copies of it. First Cav's okay, but it's so expensive. I honestly think I'm going to take Embargo just to throttle my enemy a little. This, on the other hand, I really do. So this, for me, is the Remo all day long, because I think this card is very undervalued. It is a little bit harder. It's Bocage or For Freedom. It's not the 1-2-3s. Because 1-2-3s are, you know, their own thing. I think it's probably For Freedom for draw, because draw is important in draft. This is a little bit harder than it might look, because Motti Tactic and Frozen Assets are actually technically both draft. Motti's very expensive, but can save you the game later, although you do get a very crappy salvaged unit. And given that we already have a copy of Frozen Assets, I think it's the safer pick. Yeah. I mean, supply priorities for early and a repair is versatile. It's not a great pick, but we'll take. Now, 142nd is quite nice to see. 142nd is not a terrible card in draft. 306th is pretty awful, and obviously Fortunes isn't. So we're getting close to a full deck, so now we need to think a little bit about what we have. We're actually, curve-wise, we are not bad. We've got quite a lot of flexibility, but this is a terrible, terrible set of choices. Not because one of these cards isn't decent. Duress can be really, really good in draft, but it's 3 of them. Hey, just player. And 3 of them is really painful to take. However, the other 2 are doing nothing for us. So this is where we're forced into a fairly terrible pick. That's an easy 164th. This is a little harder. The Stewart is a good body. Second Lotter is tempting, but how are we doing? Hey, Twitserino. No giveaways, I am afraid. I think the Stewart is just for the stats at the moment. Now, this is actually interesting. Sissio can be a menace in draft if you can keep it alive. But Gunship Mission can be very, very powerful. But Sissy is so, so good. Molotov, we don't want a second copy of. We're running 1 just as some spot removal. If this was a single other card, this would be a little harder, but we're going to take Sissy Asasta just to give us the chance to get another. So, Firebomb's nice and all, but the Corsair is a very big body that's hard to deal with, that I think is underrated in draft. What I'm currently doing, by the way, is because this is not working, I am doing a sort of mental inventory of whether we've got... I think I'd rather have the body with everything else that we've drafted than another order. And then, what have we got? I know. Hopefully the internal issues with that sort of stuff will get resolved. This is... I mean, am I just taking the G50 because it's a unit? I think I probably am, which is slightly troubling. I mean, I suppose we could take Heartland Defense for shiggles, but yeah. This is not a great draft list, honestly, but we're going to go and see how we can do on it. Sort of going to depend on what we draw into. So what have we got? We've got Soviets. Okay. This is okay. This is not bad. So we can drop this. We do not want to push it. Molotov's gone. We just pretend it doesn't exist. We've got a little bit of... I'd like to get a 7-0 because I'd like the achievement, but I've never been amazing at draft, and some of the achievements are a little frustrating because there's a lot of the achievements that I know I've already got in theory. I've definitely already done them. Now, this is why I think this is underrated in draft. I really think if you see air cover in draft, hey, Totapan. Right. I mean, the Stuart doesn't blitz, but I kind of want Sturmy on the board. We're just going to keep going. We're off to a decent start here. Our opponent hasn't really dropped anything to answer our board, which is kind of sort of a thing. Sturmy is one of those cards that I'm never unhappy to see. This is draft. So there's a few things we can do here. So this has guard and shock. This just has shock. How do I want to do this? Sturmy answers one of the points, but then what do we do about the other? I mean, it's only 2 damage, so not that strong. So use Sturmy here anyway. Then I think, honestly, we just go face for them. Let our opponent find the answer. Oh, they've got another one. Why me? Oh, that's annoying. I think at this point we become very annoying back. So we're just going to do this. Those 3 points of shock are a thing. But I think we should be okay. I'm just going to keep the pressure up. They're going to have to do a lot of trading. And deploy something with Blitz, which is the really hard part for them at the moment. Because they need to get the frontline offers. And the trades here are just awkward. 3-3 is just good stats. A lot of this goes back to the timing of our opponent. Interesting choice. So we can do an interesting thing here. I think we can't drop the baby fighter. That gives us a bit of reach. Sturmy is very, very strong. Sturmy is a high value unit. And he's particularly awkward for something like this because 2 attack and shock is not actually that great. And yeah, they did a lot of damage. Yeah, that is... It just makes it incredibly awkward to figure out how you want to deal with it. Really, you want removal, but... So... Interesting. Oh, it's definitely good. Yeah, 6k to remove a 3-drop is just brutal. I think, honestly, we're just going to turn the screws. We have this if we get in any trouble, which hopefully we won't. But we'll see. Very much depends on what our opponent chooses to do. It is true. No guard, so I'm not sure. Right. Okay. So. This is important. Because it wins us the game. Nice, good start. Not gonna lie, I'd like to get the 7-0 out of the way. But I'm not a strong enough draft player to be confident in 7-0ing even on a really good draft. And this is an indifferent draft. Not terrible, but it's not amazing. Well, that's awful. So we're shipping everything. That's not much better. So this is a pretty depressing start. Thankfully, it would appear that our opponent has also had a rough start. Mess up the game. We've only just had a balance patch. And we're in spoiler season for air superiority, so... how much have I played draft lately? Quite a lot, but not all of it on this server. I am extremely tempted to drop the Fiat, play Lotta, and go ham by suppressing, seeing if we can just ride early tempo. Going to regret this, but I'm going to do it anyway. You're gonna have to explain to me what a messing is. I don't quite understand what you mean. Air superiority is September the 23rd, 24th? But I don't think we're due. Because rotation's out, balance patch is out. I'm a little lost as to your meaning. I think we just go hard. Gonna go for the Sturmy? There. Oh, how bizarre! It's on the in-game client. I'll check in a minute. If you click on the pre-order, it should be showing the dates. But yeah, back end of September. Pre-orders closing on the 23rd, I think. That's really weird. I will mention it the next time I speak to someone. I am surprised that they don't have the dates. That's a bit weird. But yeah, end of the month. Assuming I don't get in trouble for saying that, but could be air superiority. Yeah, we should be alright. Yep. Yeah. It's, yeah. The official card site. Yeah, that's very odd. I will... That is odd. I will mention it, that the dates aren't up when I next speak to someone. But yes, as far as I can see, actually, you are correct. It's not on the main website, which is very unusual. There must be... I'm going to assume someone's dropped the ball somewhere. I will. Next time I speak to someone who might be able to help, I will suggest that perhaps someone might want to pick said ball up again. I think really we'll keep the 2-drop and hope to get a 1-drop. But yeah, it's an interesting note. And thanks for pointing that out. I had not noticed that it's not on the main website. Oh, Brewsters. Okay. That's awkward. Ah, yes, embargo. I had to take something. And Core will tell you it was not an easy choice. But since we've got the spare 2 credits, we might as well do something with it. Yeah, we picked up a random one-of. What can I say? I'm hoping to do some more draft, yeah. Ooh, that'll do. I'd like to spend some more time on draft. It's not something I super regularly do. Okay, so Mustang removes a Brewster. Turn that down to 1 attack. But we lose our own, which is frustrating. Wow, it hit the same thing twice. That doesn't happen very often. That's very inconvenient. That's kind of okay. Conan's very trade happy. Oh, they've got the Magpie plane. Helpful. awkward. There's not really much we can do. We're seeing all of our bad cards. Incredibly unhelpful. Well, got some extra draw. Distinctly bad feeling about this. Make the Stuart quite chunky. Be a big boy because we need the cards. Not great. Not going to lie, this one is not looking good. We're in a very less than ideal position right now. Stir me if you weren't too late. We just lose, unfortunately. Legitimately, we just lose. Okay, so we're not going to get the 7-0 out of this one. That's okay. Yeah, I technically could have. You are not wrong, but I was... we're procking Retribution. I'm pretty sure we were done either way. You are correct, though. I always forget that Stuart has the attack bonus. Yeah, so... just checking that I've not gone mad. Yeah, so that is weird. So the release day is September 23rd, which is clear here. And yet, as pointed out by Twitzerino... yeah, it would have saved us a turn. Absolutely, if I had remembered Stuart. You can tell how often I play Stuart. Hey, DB, thank you kindly. Happy weekend to you too. Oh. We like Sturmy. Like to keep Rima, but we need to get some... oh dear. I know we said we liked Sturmy, but kind of sort of not that much. It's just quite slow. Oh, we do have double 164th, which can be awkward. Well. Legitimately, just so that I don't lose it, might as well get something out of it. Not my favourite card in the game, and we only have one copy, but we might as well gain something from it. We could go for Hilarity Ensues and see what our opponent does. Yeah, I'm playing for a bit of the whether we can get some longer term value, because just legitimately 2 of these is enough. Which lets us push a 3-3 up. That's fine. That's very expensive. This is a good moment for a bit of friendly fire. Yep, 5 credits to kill a very, very inexpensive unit. It's the power of Sturmy. Yep, that's what we were looking for. So we can kill this for certain. So we can deploy the Sturmy. Mark the scout car. 5 to face. You still have the aircraft with ambush, which is all very nice. But 6 damage ties us for HQ defense and means that you're leaving my front line untouched, which would be unwise. Oh, claim the skies is fair. Although, you've now killed your fighter, so you better get something out of it. Oh no, you can... Oh, you could have done. Interesting. Yeah, we'll just use supply priorities. Get rid of the ambush. We don't have another exile unit, so can afford to just pop her down. Should be in a relatively good position here. No high roll. So, dead on board unless you can remove something. And buys you a turn, which is fine. Do it down. Might as well. Good measure. Just to limit your options a little so that you have to give us the random +1/+1. Viverino Regiment, interesting choice. Hey, Zia, how you doing? Long time no see. There we are. We are chasing draft achievements. Possibly. An interesting win. It's legit. Lots of people have been taking breaks. Wow. It is. There's method to my madness. I stopped for a moment because we're facing Soviets. Hey, Django. Which makes this a much more interesting set of cards. Okay. That's gotta feel kind of bad. So this creates kind of a really, really awkward front line. That's one solution. Not gonna lie, I'd be very happy if we pulled duress right now. But honestly, that'll do. Do this. You can get it in Mitchell range later on, but for right now, this is just... The issue is our opponent now faces the risk of creating a monster unit. Now, if our opponent doesn't answer this front line, and we can do it off, this goes from awkward to terrifying. So let's see. The SU's not going to help. So, it's going to look weird. But we're going to do this. And we're just going to casually remove you. So we've got 2/2/3s that drop buffs, and then a backline that includes a 3/7 tank. This would be a problem, except for the fact that we have frozen assets. Friendly fire's a given. So we know we're doing this. Yeah, absolutely. I can run a couple of friendlies. Once the draft is wrapped, 100%. Remaining 5 credits. I think we're going to push up. I think we drop Rima. Let's get some draw going. So, friendly fire should be interesting here. We're hoping it's going to hit the heal tank. Yeah, shame. It's okay. Options are now narrowing. The Mitchell kind of a moment. That's disappointing. Would have liked to have gotten the high roll, not gonna lie. But we have another Mitchell. And now we have reach on the ball. Interesting. Countermeasure. Mitchell's got 5. Not oval. Right. So, slightly changes my tactics. Very much. Get a fighter down. The problem is, like with a lot of the convert stuff, it's kind of like convert's definitely got some potential, but at the moment, I think it's sitting a long way from really reaching it, because it's kind of situational and there being something that you want and that you can afford to deploy. That's awkward. But we do have the Mustang, so do that, and we can still get threads go up and down. Okay. Yeah, we're doing alright, so we do this. Oh no! Sure, I'll catch you the next time I'm streaming, though. Take care, have good homecoming. Nice! Right, whilst I nip to the little bear's room, you can all enjoy the glory that is our draft deck. I shall be back momentarily. Back. I'm afraid the only thing I homebrew is coffee. Although that's actually that's not strictly speaking true. I did recently have to do some consultation work on spiked coffee, so I was technically homebrewing alcohol, or at least alcohol mixers, which was interesting. I wonder what we get this time. What do we think? Ooh. Ooh. If we drop these two and hope for a reasonable bit of opposition, we might be able to get some value. Yeah, we were working on a commercial project for venues, so I was using actual industrial alcohol, effectively ethanol. Rima? No, Dermy, I think. We don't mind doing your thing. So I was working with a huge pile of different coffees. In an attempt to find out what the best combination for... Wow. I know Rima has Blitz, but this is a more awkward board to deal with. That was awkward. And now we're left waiting until we can get the Mitchell on board, which is fine. Oh, 0. Okay. Oh, no, there's a few things we can do here. If we... Yeah. So if we... No, not right now. Right now, we just go face. Next turn, we can deal with... Yeah, oh, no. Oh, no, yes, it still works. Twitserino, if you could check your Twitch DMs. I have asked you whether you could do me a small favour. Oh, I don't think so. Oh, no. No, I don't... No, I think not. Oh, we can put the Stuart down as well, that's helpful. An interesting board. So this is going to just cleanly remove that. Oh, excellent. In which case... Firstly, thank you. Thank you very, very much. Right. Let's get some actual giveaways going. There we go. Apparently, I have some codes that still work, so... Nightbot is nightbotting. Make sure you get exclamation point honey in there so that I can give away the remaining codes that I have before they expired. I was under the impression that they had already expired. Turns out they haven't. So what are we gonna give away? In the remainder of this stream, we shall be giving away 4 standard naval warfare packs and a draft ticket. Everything must go by the end of the stream, so we off. Meanwhile, I'm watching my board get decimated, which is annoying. You're not helping. I mean, you're not hurting either, but... Yeah, definitely get exclamation point honey in the chat, folks. That'd be really, really good. Ooh, 394 followers. I wonder if we could get to 400. Find 6 people that you know who want to come follow me. Hey, Von Markowski, how you doing? Oh, I don't think we run anything that top decks us a win. Oh, I'll tell a lie. Never mind. Soviets, of course you've got removal. Worth a try. Hold on to you in case we can get something to buff you with. It's the entire deck of motor rifle strategy, which honestly is not a bad one in draft. Now, you got 8 damage. Oh, I was hoping you were going to try and swish it. That would have been quite fun. I'm sad to say we did not get strategic bombing in draft, so we have lost. Which is a bit sad. That's a great idea. There you go. Cool idea. Thank you, Twitzerino. Let's see if that works. But yeah, I need to clear out my remaining codes. Thank you, by the way, Twitzerino, for confirming that the codes worked. I was not convinced, and I never like running the risk of giving away codes if they aren't going to work. For those who don't know, our codes normally have an expiry date on them. The last set that I was given, because it was over a enforced break at 1939, meant that I got codes that had a slightly longer expiration date, and it would appear that they would last until the end of September. I wasn't sure if they'd last until the beginning or the end of September, so apparently they're lasting. Much as I like the Stuart, I think these are the 2 we want to. Wow. That was interesting. Drop Sturmy. Wow, we drafted all the Careless Talks. My bad, I really didn't think the odds were high that they'd have drafted a whole 2 of them. Okay. It's a thing. Are we sure this is a draft deck? Oof. So we do this, 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 and this. We're just doing this. We're not actually taking it because bridge too far. Yes, it was going to be one or the other. I was pretty sure from the zezzing that we were going to get bridge too far. Should have swung first. Alright. Would have been interesting for sure. What are the odds? High is just the thing that this person likes to do. Big countermeasures fan. Yep. One from Alf Claron. I was waiting for the old hairs just to complete the clarity that, you know, this is not actually a draft. Okay, so do this, because then we can do this, which removes this. This can only do 1 damage. However, if we do this... There's no way that you have triggers. You did not draft an Alpine deck. I mean, we're still going to lose, but, you know. Unfortunately, we really actually are. so disappointing. Ow! Well, let's see what we got. Gold. And a card we already own. Right. And another one. Ooh, probably. Oh, now there's a question, chat. Germany or Soviets? What do we think? Meanwhile, I'm going to do a giveaway at the end of... Are there any cards I don't actually... There are not, unless you count gold cards. I have a full collection. Hey, Force and Asylum Rove. And yeah, I think Soviet's definitely an interesting choice here. They've got some good value at the moment, especially if you want to get aggressive. But yeah, no, I did recently finalize my collection. Yeah, you can get a few decent picks. So let's see what we... Oh, good lord. Great start. So we'll take critical hit then. Oh, well, you know, counteroffensive could be good for the memes. Make sure to get yourselves in for the giveaway if you have the desire to pick up some free packs. Got a few more to give away at the moment. And take counteroffensive. It might be good. Oh lord. I think the T70, I guess. Alright, OT34 or the 1937? Both kind of middling. OT34 suffers at 2 op cost, though. Thinking the BT7's not the worst choice. This is not great. Not gonna lie. You're watching this and wondering about draft, especially if I ever throw this up on YouTube, which I'm gonna try and get. It's like, are we gonna see enough T34s? I mean, yeah, sure. It's gonna be US. It really is gonna be US. Ooh. Now, 394th is kinda tempting. Because we might pick up some of the covert synergy, and 6-4 is not bad stats if we can do it. Yeah. The value, I think. There's a T-34, which we're probably taking. Because Arctic Convoy's kind of meh. And Yak 9's okay, but we've already got one T. Let's see if we can go down the T-34 route. Okay. Like this just because it's less slots. Oh, 36th is nice, though. 36th is always good in draft because it's just value. We are seeing some T-34s. I am going to take them and then see if we can pick up some earlier stuff to go with them. Oh, Turning Point doesn't look terrible with what we're drafting, and the other two cards are kind of indifferent. I mean, 15th can be good, but we're not likely to see a lot of burn. So we're gonna try and believe. We've got some good procs for the guards for draw. We're going to believe. Make the removal. Ooh, SU. But I'm very tempted to take Colm because we're very heavy right now. And OT34. We're going to believe, chat. We're going to believe. This is less helpful. I think it might just be the Polycarpov for just an early thing to drop. It's not an amazing card, but equally, it is a bomber, so it's reach, which is not nothing in draft. I mean, God, Fitch is very tempting. Because if we have a big enough board, even 3 cost for +1/+1 to everything isn't terrible. It's not like we're going to hit a Navy card. Winter Offensive could be good, but it's very late game. Someone talk me out of USS Fitch. Because global buffs has got to be good. We've got a unit-heavy deck, right? I mute. Anaconda! Congratulations. You have won the giveaway. So. That is. Oh. This. You reach into the ether that is your Twitch DMs. You should have a code for a standard naval warfare pack. Congratulations. You're very welcome. If you're not already following, you can say thank you by following. No, it's all good. Also, you know, I never ever remember to do the advertising thing, so you can find me here. You can talk to me and a bunch of other card players here. And if you feel that you are able and you wish to help L random disabled content creator of general nerdy goodness, you can support me there. Oh, so I am not normally a big Furor lover, but in draft, you can get an awful lot of value. So I am of the opinion. Oh, thank you. I was mostly kidding, but that makes difference. Thank you. 396 followers. We're ticking away. Furor is definitely a take here. So if you look at this and you do find it in draft, I think it is always worth doing so. Because honestly, Retribution has some good value in draft. Now, this one, Death from Above may look tempting, but I very much like 676th. It fits nicely into our curve. And it can just be awkward to deal with. This is just from the people, and I hope I don't need to explain why. This one for me is Oh, God. Do I want Night Witches just for the meme, or do I want to be a sensible human and just take respite for winning the game? Because respite can be so good in a heavy. It is 3 units for 1 card, and it is an elite, and I don't play it very often, and... oh, go on, I'm sold. I'm going to regret that, but I'm sold. Oh, that's good, though. That's very good, because we get War Machine, which we definitely want, because we're running a heavy deck. Oh, this is just SU-152. Okay, we're almost seeing some cohesion in the deck. How are we doing for... Holm is so good. Can't not take it. It's just too good. And normally, I would argue that 6th Motor Rifles is quite good. However, don't want to be converting our deck into 3/3s. So I'm probably going to take Zytomir. I suppose I could Field Gun. I mean, it's 2 op cost, though. Oh, go on. We'll meme it. It's not like I'm taking it that seriously. You guys are convincing me to make bad decisions. 1 copy of Final Push is never bad. This is just mobile defense. This is just SU-85 because we have tanks. And this is almost certainly hit. Not a critical hit. Not great, but late game removal. I know Stuart's good, but critical hit is just occasionally a lifesaver in draft. Double extended barrage is too good to not take. And I mean, we're doing the T-34s thing, so we're taking tractor factories. Alright, so this might be interesting. Because we've actually, surprisingly, got a reasonable amount of synergy in this draft deck, which is unusual. My severe weather warning has arrived. It's not terrible. We've got enough synergy and enough curve in this deck that it is not going... it's going to play reasonably well. This, however, is just a full ship. Even the Polycarpov is... we'd rather gamble on getting something better. Of course the deck hates us, but that's okay. We can work past it. Yeah, so we're due severe wind and rain. So I can just wind over a certain wind speed and rain beyond a certain number of millimeters. I can't remember the actual one, but I get warnings because of my status as a vulnerable person when we're going to get it. So it is howling down outside. I mean, right now, it's looking like no wins at all because we can't actually draw any of the heavy numbers of early cards that we know we have in the deck. But yeah, we are due some pretty hefty rain and the like. Oh, Colm's good, so we can push up by the Colm. Just going to remove this because we can. Would have been nice if we had the extra credit, but I'd rather have the front line. Because this, when it converts, is now going to be actually quite good. Furor and so this is going to be a very good target for Furor. That's a big tank. Very tempted. I am extremely tempted to just extended barrage it. Because this is going to convert and only have 4 defense, and it's too easy a remove. So what we're going to do... Oh, never mind. Getting we can't target it with orders. Fair enough. You can tell how often I see that card. This is my issue from spending so much time testing like meta decks and the like, is there are certain cards I never see or play, and I totally forget what half of them do. That's an interesting shout. So if we from the people here, not a lot else we can do, really. I mean, it's a big game. Oh, blimey. Okay. So you get removed. Continue to beat face. I am actually going to drop the Polycarp off and the SU-85. Mainly because next turn, hopefully, we'll be able to fitch. Maybe. Oh no, okay. Well, we know you got a decent elite then. Problem. To check my window. Okay, so no, I just need to check that it was actually closed with the weather. Do this. This removes the action. Yeah, it's time for the cavalry. We are going to fix the cavalry. Type. Should really get one of those stream bar thingies, but I really don't want to. I'll do another giveaway after this game, probably. Okay, so we push up. Good. We can mobile defense, which is nice. And then we are going to go and see what we can get retribution-wise. I'll take that. That might prove useful. And then we might as well put the 12th guards down while we've got a chance. We know we've seen their big clear. I mean, they might have stars and stripes, but there's not a lot we can do about that. Coach Shupe, how doing? Stetson Harris. Oh, we love you, Twitzerino. We really do. Okay. Okay. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So we do this first. Then we do this. And we do this. So you need a unit. Wow, Trento Division, okay. Huh. That's a problem. We just... Problem is that only takes it to 5. Yeah, I know, it is. Okay, either you've got it or you don't. This is very all or nothing. For it. Needs another one. Okay. This is a problem. Substantive problem. Enough of a problem. Ah. So close. Very depressing. Yes, it'd be nice if there was enough support for something like Italy mid-range. It really would. But Trento is definitely a good... Just swing. Trento is a very good card. As promised. Oh! Nice. Congratulations. You'll add to your growing collection. There you go. Hopefully you'll get something good. We do love a bit of free stuff. Still more to come, so make sure you get yourselves in there. We've got 2 more packs and a draft ticket to give away. Okay, we've got Colm. We've actually got a tolerable starting hand. Ah, Sabe. How you need to be balanced somehow, but honestly, it's not easy figuring out exactly how. Stopped myself there. I was in danger of saying things I'm not supposed to say on stream. Thanks, I think. Saved me a tank. Right. For obvious reasons, given the fact that it's something I couldn't say, I genuinely can't say. I was musing. I will say I was musing on the Sabe, and it is safe to assume that there are discussions about Sabe in internal testing in general. That would be a not unreasonable assumption. Yes, and so while I'm now concentrating, the challenge when you're balancing anything like Sabe is that it's also become, or was intended clearly, to be a part of a specific deck archetype that just didn't exist before. And so it becomes the how far do you go in going from it's too good to killing something before it's had a chance to live for any length of time. I'm personally of the opinion that the fact that I'm now routinely seeing people doing things like playing Sabe in German-Japan Navy Burn tells me that there's something not right. Like, if shoving that package in feels like it's worth it, then clearly it's overtuned. And I don't think that's anything that... That's hardly what you'd call a revelation. Anyone who looks at it knows it's overtuned. Oh, I haven't seen you for a while. That's an interesting, like, the trigger is the thing. There are lots of discussions about what would be a reasonable fix. I've heard conversations about all sorts of things. We just ramp for the turn? Or do we drop the T70 to... I think we drop T70 and ramp for the turn. Yeah, it's difficult because... Hmm. Yeah, I think the point here is not so much that Shuffle has an issue, although it is good if you high roll, and maybe can high roll a little bit too easily. The issue is that Sabe is seeing play in a lot of decks. Like a lot of different decks. I've seen Sabe in Legions, as I say, I've seen Sabe in Burn. I've even seen Sabe in some just Sabe and just the dug-in package included in just aggro decks, which is kind of suggestive of the issue. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough work though, but yes. It did count. Not going to deny that. Pin's really bad though. Wow. Well, we're not pulling a guard. So we just lose. Is sad face, really. Drafting not going well, not gonna lie. That's another thing that is worth discussing. I mean, I have been on record in various places as saying I'm not convinced that... I don't know whether you want to change Dugin or whether maybe Shifting Doctrine needs to just not have intel, but it's a weird one. But I mean, the issue is that doesn't fix the splash, but it does make the intel splash less good. Anyway, I shall be back in a moment. I need to nip to the bathroom. But in the meantime, get yourselves in, because we've still got more stuff to give away. Right. But yeah, there's a lot of debates to be had. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to go some to recover anything from this complete and utter shower of a draft. Which is kind of classic draft life for me. As I said at the top of the video, if I ever do put this up at YouTube, I never claim to be good at draft, because I'm not. It's not my usual speed. Oh dear. Raw doesn't love us. Wow, that helped. So, you'll remember when we drafted this deck and we had plenty of 1-drops, right? Like, good, solid, useful ones. You'll remember that happening, yeah? And we had that nice curve. I'm telling you, this game hates me. Also, do obviously stay tuned if you're just generally following the channels and stuff, because Mr. Core and I will hopefully be going over the new cards for Air Superiority when they come. I'm in the process of getting all the bits and pieces in the background available to allow us to do so in reasonable time. Yeah, it should be. One would have thought. Oh, God. Not worth it, because it's only 3 damage. I think we just grab some bombers and hope. Like, I swear that there are... Oh, good grief. Go Tube! Thank you kindly. That means a lot. Anyone who is doing so, it does mean a lot. It really does. Oh, sack. So if we push up, we're just gonna push up and drop some bombers. Come on, bring me the removal train. Time for the Night Witches to do their job. We're going to be saved by Night Witches, right? Bunch of Polycarpov are in fact going to save us. Seriously, every sub matters. I recently just got done arguing with my local authority about necessary support. So it really does help. And it is actually hard for me. To properly express how much of a difference it... I mean... What? But... Y'all are seeing this, right? I'm not mad. I see. I don't see. Just gonna fly over your fighter screen and hit your HQ until you do something about it. I know it's only 1 damage bomber, but you're seeing this, right? It just... I know they add removal, but... It's going to be even funnier if they decide not to push up and the flame tank does 6 damage to HQ. I was joking! I was kidding! I'm so confused. Kill the tank? Okay. Hey, sparkly. And yeah, fair point. Fair point, well made. I am doing this for the memes. You cannot ignore the Polycarp again. Can't. It will kill you. Okay. Righty-ho then. Okay, anyway. So we can put the guard down. So, remove... Oh, it's you again. That's fine. Drop the guard. And remove you. Of course you have naval engagement. Why wouldn't you? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most aggravating loss I have suffered in a very long time. I am rarely tilted. Rarely, but it does happen. Now, I did technically waste a little bit of damage. I wasted 3 damage on a unit, but I couldn't have targeted HQ with it. Unfortunately... Not enough! Perfectly good draft deck. Loads of 1-drop. Absolutely. This is not a draft. Ooh, a standard wildcard. That's actually useful. Right, let's have a look at what's occurring. Oh, we did level up in the USA. Draft is always what draft is. Right. I'm going to hang out on ladder for a bit. Right, let's see. First and foremost, what have we still got to give away? So we still have... We have one remaining naval warfare pack and one draft ticket, which I will be giving away, so you can have the same experience that I just had, although hopefully better in the near future. Meanwhile, we will hop on to... Well, we might as well take this out. This is my latest YouTube video, was on this particular deck, so this is Japan-Germany Air, which was surprisingly good, considering my expectations when I threw it together. I was quite shocked. So this is a very bad starting hand, though. So the deck suffers from being quite slow. That is the big trade-off we have. We only have a couple of decent infantry units that we can drop early. We'd like to get this Otsu down. Alfklarung's a little agitating, but we don't mind if this gets suppressed, but it doesn't. So Otsu is a big toy, because early on it does tend to apply quite a lot of pressure. Yeah. Not getting the friendly fires out. Right, gonna pull another friendly fire and hold it up. Fair enough. Oh no, he's gonna waste from the deep. And he has another from the deep. Which he's almost certainly holding up. Sisu. Novel. Well, sure. Not even going to think about the odds that were necessary for that shower to occur. Mathematics says that that particular roll of hand was basically impossible. Oh, that is only... I mean, the game can be tilting at times. Mathematics at the moment, though, I think I'm still tilted from watching Core's stream. Occasionally maths decides it wants to do its own unique thing. An early zero is not a bad shout. We've got Volksgren for acceleration. So... statistical odds that we are looking to high roll for old hairs. It's about the only time that I see this unit. Right. But we've got the insane jank out of the take that off the board as well, please. Universal Hyper High Roll, go! Let's see. Clearly someone's having a good day. Do something or lose. A lot of tanks. Drawing consistent. Blitzkrieg is basically the thing that you're hoping for. And desperate measures. And desperate measures. Fine. Don't get to have any fun. We are all tanks all day long. Like big tanks, and I cannot lie. And desperate measures. Do we just... Yeah, because we can trade if we don't get it. We need the clear. Alright, it's not desperate measures, but it'll do. So, you're gone. You've got to be kidding me. I don't have words. Or the will to live. Sure. Just, why not? Oh, God. What even is this? Where is this coming from? This deck is fine into the meta. Where is the meta? Oh, okie doke. Alright. Going back to mom. Going back to my old comfortable sofa. Meanwhile, Sparkly, congratulations. Let's get you a giveaway. Just get yourself a draft ticket. And then we have one pack to give away at the end of the stream, which will be sometime in the near future, possibly when I do in fact completely lose the will to live. It's gone. Someone pocketed it. And then there's just random decks everywhere. No, really, who is running? So confused. Is this the... Alright, did Heinz become good while I wasn't looking? Did I blink and a Heinz deck get posted by JK? I'm only talking in the current meta, not in general. Much. Can't believe I'm actually doing this. Hang on. 1, 2. Can't believe I'm doing it. I mean, legit. Although, Heinz does mayonnaise. Got some in my fridge. I have to agree. Where even am I? In what alternate hellscape did I land? Oh, yeah, I suppose they would. I mean, I don't have anything against a bit of garlic mayonnaise. What? Just... What? What even is this? Depends on how much you like garlic. I tend to prefer not that much garlic, but I do take your point. Right, okay. Right, that had to come from... Borrow. No way anyone naked running that. Someone save me? Anyone? Envelop? Just cause? Obviously. Right. I don't do this. I really don't. Okay. What's about the least meta thing that I have? On the assumption that the world is as insane as it looks, if I take Alpine onto ladder, I will be invincible. Promise I'm better than this. So one is... Watch this be pure meta. Or not. If I win on this deck, I have no idea what's happened in the world. Like, legitimately. if we actually manage a win on this Isle of Alpine, I've lost all understanding. Meta should hard counter this deck. Oh, I so wish. Okay. Maybe. Yes, yes, it is. I'm working on the logic that if things are as insane as they appear to be, then all I have to do is take an Alpine deck that I played 2 seasons ago to see if Alpine was playable, and clearly I will be invincible. I actually do have a Commandos deck that isn't that bad. It's not quite as dead as... It's still very tier 2, but it's not quite as dead as people think it is. You can still do quite a lot with Rampant Commandos. It's just slow enough now that it's never going to be tier 1. Sure, why not? If I run another one, which is entirely likely, why not? I mean, gonna be sometime next century before I get my elo back. Now all the meta cards. Like, legitimately. I stepped off the edge of the world. This really is my face. What even is this? Alright. We going out with a bang, chat. Or at least we going out with a pile of pops. Where's it gone? Fry's still in here. Oh no, it's gone. I'll have to rebuild it. Fair enough. Why? The problem with tidying up. don't worry, this works. This won't take long, rather. Have no fear, this is not a long build. I think I only run 2. I'll come back if I need to. Healing is good. Oh, it's somewhere. I just don't currently have access to my Google Drive. One of the interesting things about this at this point is if you actually want commandos not to suck, you have to be able to stall and draw. Ah, yes, the game. Yeah, the number of times I have to routinely have a clean out. It's terrifying. We basically thrive on annoying people with this deck. Rangers, because basically it's a win condition. Then we need missing something, but we'll figure it out. Oh, it went to 6. The devastating change. All right, what am I missing? Wave. Yes. Oh, Wellington. Going to play a ton of orders. Right. This is ridiculous. Somebody make a record. I need a card back. Make a. I'm voluntarily live streaming myself taking commandos onto ladder after nerf. Granted, it's the last thing I'm doing this stream because it's a bit of fun, but I think I've lost all sanity. It's quite possible this is the craziest thing I've done in a while. Nope. We'll keep naval. Because we're probably going to have to deal with a massive wall of... I appreciate that. I really do. I truly appreciate your support. From your lips to God's ears. I know. Just in time to get yourself in place for the last giveaway of the day. We do some ramp. because this deck cannot function without it anymore. Mostly. I say most. Not at home. Yeah, we should be alright. Hey, Dimitri. Also along, people coming towards what is basically the end of the stream. We've lost all sanity. Hey, Big B Wolf. I've stepped off the edge of the earth and I'm playing Commandos on ladder. Well, here goes Blondin. You're probably the most thing on the board. Love it when Baker Street Irregulars does that. One. Two. No kidding. And capitulation. Nope, crossfire, fair enough. Ouch. Well, I feel quite bad now. Annoyingly, you still have, at least. Yeah. So now we're on stall for the big turn. you're wondering where the logic is in what I'm doing, I am aware that I still have one commando raid and the necessary tools in deck. Which is how this shit works. That was annoying. Fix it. Rolls 36-ish% over the next 2 turns. No, slightly less now. It's annoying. But I don't care. You denied me the ability to do anything else, so it doesn't matter that my Wellington costs me the full 7 to deploy. Ooh, 2 of them. We're in trouble, chat. Maybe not. Stop the AF gaming. There is no way I can possibly win on this deck. Officially dead. It's been a day. Legitimately, you get the chance to watch the stream on demand, it's hilarious. Oh yeah, I mean, we've literally got end of this month, next expansion. Of course you have mouse. And yes, we are largely in the process of being about to completely and utterly lose our minds. No, wait, I need to do this, because what I need... This is my happy face. I know I shouldn't feel good. I really do. And I know I can't attack either. But I really should not feel so good about that. So, if you check out my YouTube channel, I'm going to enjoy this. They're a bit out of date, but the starter guides will give you a rough idea of what's going on, and Paul and I talked about the latest balance patches, so you can catch up with the game over a period of time, have a dig. Also, the best resource, in my opinion, currently in cards. I am that humble. Come to my Discord. We have a really chill Discord, and I'm fortunate enough that it's frequented by some of the very, very best players in the game. Fine. No, I think our opponent might be getting annoyed. Does anyone want to watch a... Does anybody want to watch a mouse lover have a breakdown? Is this cruel? Given that they're probably going to win anyway, is this just cruelty? 4 attack, 12 op cost, anyone? Yeah, it's a good game. I definitely recommend it. If you want to play for fun, competitively at the minute, it's a bit of a mess. But yeah, Halo got destroyed. Oh god, what's the best comparison? It's like Magic the Gathering if Magic had its overly janky resource system removed and they added an engagement line to slow it down. But what's great about cards is the frontline mechanic. Because it very much changes the frontline and operation cost are the two things that change cards so heavily. Because as you put a unit down, you also have to think about yep, I'd say Legends ESL is not a bad comparison. Um, if you've played it, you would have an idea. But just honestly, it's free to download. It's very free to play friendly, and it's not difficult to learn. It's less solitaire than Gwent because obviously you've got a lot of trading, but you do get some bits and bobs where you can try different stuff, which is pretty cool. But yeah, give it a go, join the Discord, all of that stuff. Right, I'm out. We're gonna go and raid Dank because we're gonna go raid Dank. Thank you all for a fun evening. Oh, before I go, one last click of the button. Sparkly, I will send you the code. And then we're done. My last giveaway. Yeah, we'll go raid Mr. Dank. Go be nice. I will probably be in his chat a bit later on this evening if I get a chance. Again, thank you all for helping me stay sane. And stay well, be good human beings. And I will catch you all next time.